come forward for special recognition.
To you, you know already. We have spent many, many hours in the laboratory working with the many, many problems that this city faced during the late 80s and 90s. And when I got to the Human Relations Commission, it was his steps that I really tried to follow. Going back to the time in which he was appointed, Rabbi Cohen, who was first appointed by former Mayor Bartholomew, and then successively appointed by the other following mayors. I came in at the time of Roy Glapion's service on the city council, and it was my time to see him work the podium and to guide us through many, many challenges of our city. And I just looked at him and was very awed by how he was able to render himself and the service he gave to the city of New Orleans. Some few years after, he yielded to me and I became the chairperson of the commission, and I tried to do the same thing. And I think we accomplished a great deal during the late 80s and 90s here in the city. Temple Sinai continued to be, as it is today, a venue for which we find ourselves enjoying the hospitality of Rabbi Cohen and the population of this venue. And we want them always to know that we've enjoyed ourselves tremendously, just as I'm sure you enjoyed yourself tonight. I have the highest pleasure to ask Rabbi Cohen to come up to the podium and let me present to him a token of the HRC's gratitude for his 20 years or more. The 20th anniversary of the Human Relations Commission honors Rabbi Edward P. Cohen of Temple Sinai, September 10th, 2009.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, if you think I'm going to sit down, I'm not a chance. But I won't stay very long, I promise you. John, thank you so much. Also, in the course of our meeting here, Councilman Arnie Fielkow has come to join us, and we welcome him as well. In January 1987, Martin Luther King Day was the day that this organization first was articulated, at least, because that was the day at the Grace Church in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I was then serving as rabbi of Temple Sinai. I stayed in the same franchise, went from Sinai to Sinai. But I was participating in the Dr. King Memorial Day, and the guest speaker was the mayor of the city of New Orleans, Sidney Bartholomew. And at the conclusion of the service, I introduced myself to him and said, you know, I have an interview with Temple Sinai this coming week to see if they'll select me as their new rabbi. Do you have a human relations committee in New Orleans? He says, well, we used to, but we actually don't anymore. But he said, I'll tell you what, you get the job and we'll create one together. And you were good to your word. It took him and the city council and others out how we were going to do it with the various maneuvering. But by 1989, we had ourselves a human, we called it the Mayor's Advisory Committee on Human Relations, and it was headed by the Mayor's Advisory Commissioner. And those were very, very important terms that allowed ourselves to be born. And we have seen quite a bit of controversy through the years. Jackie Clarkson, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you here.
I was going to sneak in.
Thank you. Let's sneak in, proudly come in. We've seen a lot of controversy. There have been some uncomfortable moments. I can tell you one thing. In the 20 years, we have seen very, very different individuals on our city council and very, very different individuals as mayor of our city. Not one of them like the other one as far as leaders. Everybody a different style. But the one thing that I would swear an oath to is the fact that of every one of those mayors, there isn't one of them that is soft on ethics or the importance of human relations in this city. They love this city. They love these people that come to this city, and in every way that they can, they're doing their best and want to work with all of us to help to create a new New Orleans and to continue to dream and never, ever to stop dreaming, no matter what obstacles we recognize. And our committee, headed by this wonderful man, Larry Bagneris, who is truly a hero and a man for all seasons. We will promise you that we will never stop our dreaming, but you have to dream with us, and we'll get there yet. Thanks so much, everybody.